The first thing I did when ChatGPT came out was use it to generate variations for my copy on Facebook ads. And then I started doing the same thing on my website so I can A/B test some headlines and different elements. I've been a performance marketer for a couple of years, so when I saw ChatGPT, like that was the obvious use case for me. Once I did that, the next question I had was, can I automate the process and can I create a feedback loop, right? Because when I'm running a test, I'll look at past tests to inform my next test, right? If I notice that something's working well on Facebook, for example, a specific headline or an angle, well, I'll probably want to test the same thing on my website. For the last 2 years, that's what we've been working on. We've been working on a way to give you an unfair advantage in advertising by using AI to generate high quality variations of different elements on your website, automatically launching A B tests, learning from those tests, and automating the whole process. So I'm going to give you a demo of Keak, but just before I do that, I wanted to just give you a quick explanation of how Keak works. So the first thing we did for Keak to work really well was to train our own model. If you've used ChatGPT or any other model to generate variations, you've probably noticed that they're not that good. And that makes sense, right? They're a very large model, they're trained on a lot of things, and they're not specialized at creating high quality variations for you. What we did was use all of our A B testing data to fine tune our own model that only specializes in generating high quality variations. And we've been really surprised by the quality of that model. The second thing we did was to introduce a feedback loop. So, whenever you launch a test on Keak, whatever the result of the test is, we take that data and we use it to further fine tune our base model specifically for you. So, if you try a specific angle and it doesn't work, Keak knows, and it'll try something else in the future. If you try an angle and it works really well, we might try some other variations of that same angle. And now the fun part, I want to give you a quick demo. So if you go to your website and you open the extension, you'll have a couple options. So you can see if you hover over an element, you get a blue box, and that means that you can modify that element. So if I click into this element, for example, I'll have a couple options. I can either start typing if I want to make a manual change, or I can use Keak to generate a variation. So if I click here, I'll get a new variation directly applied to the page. And that's one of the beauties of Keak, is that we can do everything from the extension directly into your page. So you just install our script and we're automatically able to make some modifications to your website. So you see here you have a variation, and then you can do this anywhere else on your page. So if I click on an image, I could generate a variation of that image. If I click a video, I can do the same thing. I can turn images into videos. I can modify the color of buttons. I can modify the text in the buttons. You can pretty much do anything. The second option you have is to run a full scan of your website. So instead of you picking elements that you want generations for, you can just click scan the whole website. Keak's going to scan your website. It's going to make the changes, right? So you can see here element 1, it made the change. Here it's giving you an explanation as to why Keak thinks the change is going to do better. And we even have some sources. And then you can go down the list, approve or disapprove the changes, and then launch the A/B test. That's another really cool part about Keak, is you can launch the A/B test directly from the extension. So you never have to leave the extension. Once you launch your test, you can go to the Keak platform and you can see the results from your test, right? So you can go through all the metrics, and then you can also turn on autopilot. If you turn on autopilot, what Keak is going to do is that as soon as the test concludes, it's going to take all the data from your test, use it to fine tune your model, and then automatically launch a new test. So whenever a test reaches statistical significance, we automatically end the test, keep the winner active on your page, and launch a new one. And the whole idea behind this is that we want Keak to be able to automatically improve your website 24/7. So we're using our models, the feedback loop, and the automations to make sure that your website is always improving. If you want to try Keak, just book a call with us. Like, we're super friendly, we want to show you the platform, and it's still super new.